Pittsburgh Steelers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
6-6, pull it high. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down is Locke. Open out on the left side, this is Cole. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
60 Pittsburgh. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Yeah, that's not.
Lock now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You're trash. Switch.
Shoot.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike's by 4.
20. Here we go.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Kill.
On 2nd down,
Check.
it's McCoy.
Lucky. It's run, fellas, it's run.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Oh, good night, baby.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
Ready. 25.
Mike, check. Watch 54. Bring it. Shift.
Hey, Tuesday.
They go play action with Ryan. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Not good at all. A punt of just 24 yards there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And finding Keelan Cole. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, tackle. Recon, 132 fighter. Check, go.
Running from the gun with Henry. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
You got it.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
65. Hey, Echo.
On 2nd and 9. Lock. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Play action. Ryan. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Mike's by four. Watch the out.
Ryan. And that will be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On 1st down, Locke. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a game of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Hey, Charlie. Big rip.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
54. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Smooth.
Right there. Shoot. Right there.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke.
On the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Locke. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
We all go. 31's the mic. Blue Dan. 31's the mic.
Stay with your man.
30's the mic.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down.
Come get some. Come on,
Flushed out right.
He don't want it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is taken at about the 14. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is their third drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go!
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw on 2nd and 10, Ryan. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Again, Ryan. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Slam.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now McCoy. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
I'm here all day.
Here's Ryan. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Throw away and incomplete. It's now 4th and goal.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka.
A 28-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Just like that. Just like that.
Derrick Henry. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The tackle there by George Odom.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Now it's Henry. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 42.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 26.
good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. To throw it is Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Lock now on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bryant is good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Now, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 31-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Ryan. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. He was covered by Kevin Byard.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. It could be first touchdown wins. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
The 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Target, 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 target.
To throw is Ryan. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll try and run the sweep to McCoy. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, 54. Push him back. Push him back.
Now Ryan. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Hey, 59, ready.
55 is Mike. Got it.
Bravo. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
From the shotgun, Ryan. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's going to field this at the 4. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Check 50. Check 50.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On third down, Locke, and that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And now a long one for Matt Bryant. He's hit from 62 in his career, but that was all the way back in 2006. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through, but I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up second and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Mike's 5-4. All day.
From the gun, it's Ryan. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Operating from the gun, Ryan. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Now Locke. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it's a second down.
That's it. Big hit.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
I know you felt that one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Out to Cole on the right side. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 45-yard line.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
31's the mic. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's get ready.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the running back, Derrick Henry, and it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They'll run with Henry. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Easy work. It's easy
Defensively,
work.
pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Watch the run.
Check. Fresno.
Block now to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Kill. Recon, 132 fighter.
3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, South, baby, that's baby. Hey, exit. Mike's 54. Check. 54.
Here we go.
Hey, get up. Check 24.
Here's Ryan. And he finds Cook. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
After the sack on 1st down, Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Steelers' 20-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's McCoy. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 yards there, first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. The quick slant caught. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Hey, ready, Sam, right 25, right 54, check, 54.
Get the ball.
Under 10, 10. Kill.
They'll look to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jared Cook, his second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are going to jump back in front. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6.
Makes the score Rams 10, Steelers 6.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Steelers take over first
Keep
and
playing
10
hard.
at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Lock. That's out to Hill. Right side complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Huge first down, gotta hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the fourth quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved the defense.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Los Angeles, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.